Welcome back, folks. I am Jon Najarian, and I'm delighted to have you back with us for 3 at 3. Had a little bit of technical difficulties the last couple days, as you know, because I've been establishing my residence down here in Puerto Rico. But nonetheless, we've overcome most of that now. I was able to get both halftime broadcasts done, and now today back with 3 at 3. All right, let's get started for the 4th of November, 2021. Unusual option activity could be sentiment data, could be driven by HeatSeeker, which is our algorithm that out of the 7 million quotes per second that stream from US stock and options exchanges, we can ferret out the ones that are buys on the offer. In other words, somebody steps up, pays at or through the offer for calls, which would be bullish, or puts, which would be bearish. And many times these result in outlandish gains. I've got some examples for you. That's one right there. Qualcomm, as you see, from a couple weeks ago, October, stock was 131.88. And they were buying the 132 calls and paying $3.75. The open interest was only 598 contracts, which means this was opening new trade. Now, how do we know that it wasn't sold on the bid? As I said, because we have computers that are reading from the data centers directly as trades happen. We know that that trade occurred on the offer side, not on the bid. In other words, they were buying when they got in there. There's always a buyer and seller, folks, but sometimes when you see that very large buyer stepping up and paying at or through the offer, it's tip-off that they are getting into a bullish, in the case of calls, or bearish, in the case of puts, position. Now, this one worked out rather nicely, I think, because those calls that they paid, let's say $4 for those calls, well, as you see here, they traded up to $27 today. $27, and they were up 160 some odd percent overnight. That's one of the reasons that you want to trade options. But they were up from the entry under $4 to 27. It was 6x your money. So let's just say you put $10,000 in, you got $60,000 back. That's why we trade options, my friends. Again, with $131 stock, 1,000 share position, it cost us $131,000. So instead, you could have bought those options for $4, which means, of course, 10 lot would be 4,000 because every option is for 100 shares. And you turned that $4,000 trade into $27,000. Just imagine. It might not be life-changing, but it certainly makes my day, and I know it makes a lot of your days, especially those of us who trade larger than a 10 lot. Bang. That would mean, of course, a $40,000 investment became worth $270,000. That'll put a smile on your face. All right, let's get to today's unusual option activity. First, Best Buy. Why? Because they were buying upside calls. Also, because we're heading into Thanksgiving and Black Friday. My friends that work at Best Buy tell me they are stocked up with devices, peripherals, things that people are likely to buy for the holidays. We'll see whether they have enough. I don't know that anybody does, but I think they're going to be selling them at great prices for them. I don't think they'll need to mark down much. And so Best Buy, they're buying upside calls with the stock, looking strong into these holiday shopping season. I think this is a no-brainer, as I told the judge. Second one, MPC, Marathon Petroleum. Stock was 62.75 or thereabouts, and they were buying upside calls in this one. And we bought right along with them here January 67.50 strike is what they were buying. So call it $4 or so out of the money. I like it. I'm in it. I intend to stay in it for several months, unless, of course, it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, what does that mean? Does that mean I'll come on TV and say, oh, I sold them all yesterday? No. What it'll mean is if it's not working and the options lose 50% of their value, 50% of their value, I will exit the trade. So if I pay $2 for this spread and it falls to $1, I will exit this trade. That's the way that I manage my money on losers as well as winners. Third and final is Ford. Look at how many times it's hit. Just, Tuesday this week, it traded 20,000 January 20 calls. Then Wednesday this week, 5,000 December 20 calls. And then today, the 4th of November, 17,000 November 5th expiration, that is tomorrow, 20 calls. I want to ride with those guys because they've been right. Look at how long they've been right. When you look down there at the bottom of the page, those October 21st purchases, 49,000 of the 29th of October 1650s, those worked out, my friends, pretty nicely. You were paying 39.40 cents for something that ended up going to $1.40. That'll work out nice too. All right. If you're not seeing this on the live stream at 3 o'clock Eastern time, that means you're not a subscriber. How do you become a subscriber? Go to marketrebellion.com/UOA live or dial that number 888-809-8058. If you do either of those, you could subscribe to a number of different unusual option activity or UOA subscriptions. If you're a subscriber to any of them, not just the highest one, to any of the unusual option activity subscriptions, you get this stream live, which means you can still trade on it because it comes out at 3 p.m. Eastern. That means you've got basically 45 minutes from the end of the broadcast to put on trades if you so desire. On the other hand, if you are unable to buy into either of these two subscriptions, we're still happy to have you check it out, but you get it after the market closes for options. Doesn't mean you couldn't trade stock. It just means that you missed out on the live stream, so you weren't able to participate while the options were open. Check it out, marketrebellion.com/UOA live or marketrebellion.com/UOA live. For those of you who want to talk to a person, 888-809-8058. That's 888-809-8058. Bang. Questions? Send them to me on Twitter at Jon Najarian. That's at JONNAJARIAN. Let's see, what was that first one? Will Tully, whose handle is at FHEART Life, F Heart Life. You guys look like bad guys from Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. I know that movie. That was Don Johnson and Mickey Rourke, if memory serves. Don Johnson was, I believe, the cowboy, and Mickey Rourke was the Harley. But interesting movie. Could have been a lot better. But nonetheless, yeah, I guess we do look like the bad guys from that. Thank you, Will. Dollar Tree, Rick TA, who's got the laser eyes on, that means he's a crypto guy, says, I can't believe Jon Najarian made Dollar Tree his final trade on halftime report. Why not? We had unusual activity in it, Rick. By the way, Rick's handle is at Twit, WITRK. Sort of like Twit, Rick. Anyway, you don't think so? Okay, I understand. Stock has eased back a little bit today, so if you didn't like it yesterday, maybe you get into it today. Believe it now? There it is. On the 3rd, yesterday, Dollar Tree, bullish buying 113.28, 3,500 of the Nove 115s. Not weekly, regular Nove expiration. So you've got 2 weeks and 1 day to profit from this trade. And let's see here. Now we've got a D, lightning bolt, C, lightning bolt, B, which is daily crypto bite. And in the daily crypto bite, I've got sky is the limit. And the handle here is at SKYSTHELIMIT 818. Hey, Dr. J, wondering, how do you have any advice or tips on the next up and coming crypto to watch? And what's your view on Shiba Inu? Thanks. I love Shiba Inu. I have not been the guy that makes money on Shiba Inu. I have traded a number of altcoins. Some people would call them SHIT coins. I don't. I have called them coins, but I do like altcoins. I am not a Bitcoin maximalist. I started off that way, then I branched into the altcoins, and I've been very happy there. Why? Take a look at Solana, SOL. Take a look at Hedera, Hashgraph, HBAR. Take a look at Polkadot. Take a look at PancakeSwap. These are all altcoins that I have done very well in. And I feel blessed to participate in those. And I'd say, don't just dismiss NFTs either. A lot of us think NFTs are almost like smoke and mirrors, but I've made money in NFTs. And I believe that if you're nimble, you can make money in NFTs. And some of you who have those diamond hands will be able to make money, big money, because some of the ones that I've gotten out of, because I made 10 times my money or 50 times my money, those of you who have had diamond hands have made 200%, 500%, those kinds of numbers, crazy numbers. So I'm not here to brag. I'm here to say I believe in those coins that I just named and a whole lot more. And we'll be talking about it daily on the Daily Crypto Bite, which comes your way at 10 a.m. Eastern Time every day. You want to join the rebellion? Come on over to marketrebellion.com/get started. That is marketrebellion.com/get started. Bang. I hope you have a great day, folks. It's been great for me, and I'm glad that we've worked through some of these technical issues. I'll see you soon. Bang.